right, here we go. And we're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome back. So, hey, James, I see you were first, man. You're quick. Thanks for always stopping in and chatting with us as well. So today, my guests are Cindy B, Cindy Bennett, and Dr.
Julie C.
Julie C, another Dr. C, but not Dr. Charles.
No.
And Rebekah will be joining us here shortly. So I know, I'm super excited for today because I think it can help teachers with their bookings. So have either of you tried this class funnel? Or have you heard of it before?
I'm sort of in the process of learning and implementing.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't broken into the world yet because I've started out with knitting. I've done some knitting classes, finger knitting and regular knitting, and I really would love to keep going with that, but it seems like kids don't always take to it. Like they might take a lesson, but then they lose interest. So you have to kind of keep doing it to find people that want to do it. But so now I'm starting with, I have animals up. So I'm doing animal camps for little kids. And then I'm also doing a math class with animals in it, trying to get kids to do that. But mine are booked out a few weeks. So I'm still hoping that they're going to book. But right now I'm sort of not real majorly busy with Outschool right now. But I have a lot of available classes. So.
Good. Kelly, how about you?
I think it might be helpful could you define funneling and what that means?
So I think of funneling in two different ways. And I'm curious to know what Rebekah has to say because this was her suggested topic. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's when you have a class and then you pick another class for them to go into, and you're kind of funneling them into another class, into another class, into another class. Mm-hmm. Or other people think about if you have an ongoing class and you keep that going and it doesn't just stop when you say, oh, it's going to this point, then you add more weeks and you add more weeks. So that's the way I was thinking about it in those two ways.
Okay, funneling can have, I think, different things for different people. So I'm glad you really gave a great broad definition. And I think how we funnel for ongoing classes with Outschool is different, or other online teaching platforms may be different from how we funnel multi-day classes. I teach public speaking, goal setting, writing and art classes. So I'm mainly communication arts teacher, particularly with junior high and high school. One thing I found with my multi-day classes and ongoing classes that are public speaking classes is I find it really important to listen to what parents and kids are asking for too. I would say almost half of my classes that I created were created because a child, a teen, or a parent suggested it. So now I have I started with public speaking for teens, and then I had to split that up, public speaking for ages 10 to 14, 14 to 18. I just recently started one for ages 6 through 9, parent suggestion, and then started advanced public speaking. The thing I'm most excited about is teen suggestions, all based on teen suggestions. I started 2 online Outschool speech contests, where we spend 3 days for preparation, and the 4th day is the competition, one for ages 10 for 14 and one for 14 to 18. I am so glad Rebekah's here because she's a grand champion at this. So I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
I saw my friend again today. Hi. How is that going to work out? You're going to do 2 different classes with, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted you to kind of expound on that. How's that going to work? You're going to have 3 classes and then they're going to have a competition, 3 separate classes with everyone. How does that work?
I'm having the first day, it's 4 classes.
Okay.
With the ages 14 to 18, it's going to be a Monday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday over 2 weeks. And with the younger ones, it's going to be once a week. And the first day will be speech preparation, how to use the outline, how to develop the topic. There's two different themes. The younger kids' theme is I have a voice, and they'll be talking about why their voice is important, why what they say matters. And the older kids will be doing I am the change and talk about ways they can be change of positive good in their communities. So the first day will be about developing that topic and just the group getting comfortable with one another so they're not afraid by the fourth day. And the second day and the third day will be speech preparation. They will have had a week to think about their words and how they want to put this together so they can practice in front of one another, get positive feedback from me and from one another. And the third day will be not only preparation again for anybody who wants to practice. There'll be 5 to 7 minute speeches, but they'll also have some opportunity for impromptu speaking, where each one of them will be asked a question and they'll have to respond to that impromptu. They won't know what the question is until the day of the competition. So I have 2 other speech coaches on the fourth day who will be judging the competition with me. Everybody receives a certificate. Everybody gets an award. And then there'll be one first place winner based on criteria that I'll share with the students in class.
Is there any chance you could open that up to other people that want to watch just the regular competition? Like maybe, would that be, I wonder if that would work. If you could make that last day bookable, you know? Like you could make that, yeah, because my kids, I would love
This is an example of funneling.
This is an example of great collaboration.
Yeah, I would love to be able to see that. Then you could get more students and more, you know, interest in that kind of thing.
I mean, just to watch, you probably would put it at a, you know, fairly low.
That could work for
Low
anything.
thing.
Like that could be, you know, I'm
That's
thinking
interesting.
Cupcake Wars. You could do, you know, so many things like that.
I think we could do the 3 days as a multi-day preparation and the fourth day as an ongoing or a one-time class where anybody who wants to attend it can attend. That's a brilliant idea. Thank you.
Tell all of us so we can tell our friends and, you know, make it available with the link, like you'd have to register through Outschool, I would think, you know, you can't just make it for, you know, register through Outschool, maybe make it cheaper that day, like $5 or something for anybody that wants to come. And then, you know, then you would get more students too, because they'd see what the other kids are doing and they want to do it.
Or parents watch.
I see this happening for you, Julie.
I know.
Now, something I want to say right now is, and I've had to do this in class, is when I take notes, I saw a VIP kid video about this, and I think it's really a good point to make. I make a lot of notes when kids are talking or when parents are talking to show them that I'm making notes. I'm not on my iPad. I'm not on my iPhone texting.
We thought you were just talking to your friends, Julie.
Well, I am talking to my friends.
I should apologize now. I keep disappearing because my shirt matches my screen. And even on the green screen, this turned out green. It's bright blue. So yeah. So Julie, I was going to tell you about public speaking. My husband and I are so different. He's got beautiful, great words. But guys, he used to throw up before having to speak. Like he would get so nervous. He's much better now because of his job forced him into it. But I'm opposite. I'll talk to anybody about whatever, but I don't have the words to say half the time. So it's public speaking is great, but I can't do it with a microphone. I have panicked anytime somebody brings a microphone near me. Isn't that weird?
I think we're all different. It's differences between extroverts and introverts. You're such appear to be such a strong extrovert. I am an extremely strong introvert. And it just means I process information within myself first before I talk to others about it. Because if I walk into a room and don't have a chance to think about what I'm going to say or how I'm going to say it, I think a lot of times we teach the classes we want to attend. Or need to attend.
Interesting. I think for me, I'm like, I think of something and I have to say it right away or else I'm going to squirrel and forget.
I'm just the opposite.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Giselle. She said, I'm from where you live, Kasey. Laugh out loud. Won't stay long because I'm running on 3 hours of sleep and working again tonight. Wow, Giselle, working hard, always working. Yeah, we're both from New England.
Awesome videos. Have you seen her videos?
I love her doodling.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She's doing a great.
Giselle, you have a wrench. If you want to go ahead and put your link in here, so if somebody wants to watch some of your doodling videos, they can click on it and go see you after this live, though. Okay, Rebekah, we didn't even introduce ourselves today. I think we'll just have to do that at the end and shout out our channels. But we have a big question for you. Are you ready? I'm going to put you on the spot. What is funneling your classes?
Okay, it's different for everybody. I'm sorry about my baby. She's kind of loud right now. She wants to be in. Hey, baby.
Just give her the wallet. She'll be fine.
My view is you want to funnel to keep kids coming back to you. So whatever way works. Okay,
Right.
so here's how I funnel. I teach science experiments to ages 3 to 8. And I want them to come back doing more science experiments. So I've had like 8 of them now, one-time classes. I then changed those, made those 8 classes into an ongoing class and added more in there. And I have a lot of students who've taken all 8 of mine who are now enrolling in the ongoing class that has 20 classes. And so then I can take some of those 20 classes and go, ooh, I liked this one. Let's make it into a one-time class for new kids. So I'm reusing the same material, but in different ways to hopefully get same kids and different kids coming in. I also know that these kids love taking classes from me and ask for more, and I don't have time to give more, but I will make 1 or 2 holiday classes a month, and I'll just push them hard. So like Halloween, I pushed a fizzling spiderweb class. Thanksgiving, I pushed a turkey class. And then once the month was done, the interest is gone. It's gone.
Rebekah, when you say push it, can you define what that means by push it?
So on my schedule, I have a very limited schedule with this. So I keep my ongoing classes, and then I only teach the seasonal class. And then if students want my other classes, like my most popular classes, I'll add them in there too. But I will teach my seasonal class 3 or 4 times a week. So that I can get the most bang for my buck. And the first couple classes are all regulars. Then the regulars are done, and I have new people coming in.
She just wants to hear herself.
Put her on mute.
So cute. Look at those cheeks.
I always wish kids had a mute button.
Yeah, right. So cute. So I'm going to take a second and read. Marianne couldn't make it today. And speaking of squirreling, I feel like a floating head. Sorry in the chat, but I look like a floating head. Okay. So Marianne couldn't make it today, but she did give us some content to use. So I'm just going to read what she told me. She said, we're going to use her ongoing classes as an example. And she definitely has done really well with funneling her classes. She said, I started with my ongoing beginning reading class with CVC words and got a great following. So I created a next class, CVC and silent E, and then a third one, sight words. It's been wonderful to have kids flow from one class to the next, because while you have students come and go constantly in ongoing classes, you are kind of able to keep a base of students that stay with you and want you to keep creating for them. So that's kind of what I was talking about, that button, that when we're making our classes, there's a next class button that we can use. And I guess Rebekah would know more than me about it from the parents' view, but they'll see what another class would be coming from you. Right, Rebekah? Like what would be a good idea for next. So thanks, Victoria and Stephanie, for stopping by too. Thanks, guys. So do you guys use that feature when you're making a class? Yeah, I have before, but I stopped teaching for a little while, and now I'm back into Outschool. Thanks to all of my Outschool teacher friends saying, just do it. So
I love doing it, and I love the teachers that I've met. I mean, the students that I've met so far.
Mhm.
I have a class at 1 today. It's for knitting. I don't want to do Saturdays, but I had one parent that wanted me to do Saturday,
Yeah.
and I ended up with 2 times on Saturday. But today I have 5 knitters, and last week I had 3, and it was like, I told my husband, I think I died and went to heaven. These kids, I sent them a pre-video because knitting, I spent a lot of time just doing a slip knot and just the regular stitch. And I said, if they can get a little bit of a head start, it would be good.
Yeah.
And they came in, they had their head start. They had already started knitting. They were like dream team. And so
Nice.
today I have 2 new ones. So that's 5. So I would really like to do knitting clubs, but I've seen on Outschool that other people have also opened up knitting clubs.
Mhm.
So it just depends. Like, we don't really know how many students there are that want to do each topic. And we don't know what's going to attract them to one class or the other class, So
One thing that I learned is you're not teaching your subject, you're teaching you're selling yourself, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
So say
Mm.
what they like you. So I know there's a lot of ongoing classes with science experiments. I know, I looked because I wanted to compare, copy. I just wanted to look around. There's a lot of them, but these kids want to see me. So do what you want to do. They're going to come and see you, Cindy.
I really want to echo that.
To think about.
It's like what Rebekah's talking about is a mindset. We can look at it as going through. I look at what other people are doing mainly just because I'm curious, and I get such good ideas from all of you. But we can look, and I think it's really easy to look at the classes and think, oh, there's already something on that. I need to do something unique. And just like Rebekah suggested, what's unique is our style, our approach, our teaching, the way we do instruction. I believe that there's plenty of room at the table and there's lots of pie for everyone. So teach what you're passionate about.
Very good. Let's see. Giselle said, I heard in a group that many parents don't like different classes from one teacher. I wanted to teach art and some Spanish classes. I've been trying to develop classes. It's a little hard to write descriptions. Yeah, it is hard to write descriptions, but I took there's a professional development from Outschool about writing descriptions. So you can just go into your teacher portal there and find it. And I also Googled like good class descriptions and try to write good descriptions that way. And as far as parents not wanting to take multiple classes with the same teacher, I think it just depends. For example, I also am a STEM teacher, and my classes from STEM, I did science experiments just like Rebekah, except it wasn't like physy and stuff. It was more like, how does a cave work? And I taught them how a cave worked, and then they would enroll into my next STEM class. So I think if they like your teaching style and your content that you're teaching and their student understood it, I think they would take another class from you. That way
And what if they didn't like it?
What's that?
And
What'd you say?
They didn't like it?
What if they didn't like it? Then they don't have to take it again, and maybe I'll get another 3.
Have more than one niche. I've got science and math. I teach math games too, and sometimes I have kids who carry over to both. Sometimes I just have my math kids and my science kids, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm not gonna have all my knitting kids taking my math class, math class. But sometimes I had a 6-year-old, and I'm like, you'd be perfect for my knitting class, my math class, my every class. Please come to all my classes. But I think that it goes either way. Sometimes they want the same teacher, sometimes they want to try new teachers, and they might be trying to do a few different things, and then they'll come back to you. So you can't assume just because they don't come back the first time that they've written you off.
Right. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
Classes, because once a student has taken one of your classes before, they become a follower of you. So
Yeah.
every time new class, they get an email and go, oh, this class sounds interesting. I haven't seen them for 6 months, but I like this class. So they might come back to you when they get that new email.
Teacher Stephanie said, Rebekah, yes, very true. And James said, I got the equipment to teach myself knitting, but never started. I'm sticking to weaving. I think Cindy has an adult knitting class too, don't you?
I've been doing it on Monday nights. I've done finger knitting. I did 2 weeks of finger knitting. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do after that. It was just a 2-week thing. So I might keep it going. I might not. We'll see. But I was thinking of doing an online knitting kind of like club type of thing. But it's different people are at different levels, but that's why I'm making some knitting videos also. So that's why I'm Cindy Bennett Connection, because it can kind of go for everything.
Yeah, and you make connections.
And you meet people. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Maybe Julie wants to start knitting.
What's that?
Maybe Julie wants to start knitting.
I know how to knit.
But you do?
I only knit in one direction, like I crochet. I can do blankets, scarves, hot pads, anything that doilies that are square. I mean, I don't know how to curve.
I've sat down and crocheted a little bit, but I don't have the attention span to sit long. So I'm like, never mind. And I get up and run away. I'm so bad. Julie, yeah.
I would like to say something about kids and following us. We got to remember too, I think there's variety, and having the experience of a variety of teachers is a great thing, but we're also in pandemic times where a lot of kids are looking, and their parents are looking for connections and relationships. And so I think for that reason, having some of these funneling classes gives kids an opportunity to be with a teacher they know is safe, and one whose style they feel comfortable with, so that they not only build relationships with us, but they build relationships with one another. And a goal setting class. I have a smart goal setting class for teens, and one I'm getting ready to start for preteens. But something that came from them was, it's cool that we have this class about setting goals. Can we talk on a regular basis about getting together and share our goals with one another? And how can we encourage one another? So I started a Smart Teens goal setting group for Sundays, so that they can share and collaborate with one another. It's just as important for them as it is for us.
Yeah.
Speaking of goals, after this, Cindy, Julie, I'm sending you a message with an idea I have.
I'll take it.
You know, me and my ideas. I can't help myself, but yeah, I'll message you later.
Well, the truth is that when I started with Outschool, I wanted to teach regular knitting. And it was a parent that suggested finger knitting.
That's so cute.
And so between finger knitting and regular knitting, I've made the most money, actually. I haven't really taught many of the other classes yet, but I feel like they're not returning student. Like they learn it and they go. I want to do something more ongoing. So that's why I started the animal math classes.
Right.
I started kitten camp, and I started a baby animal camp where you go, you sing songs, and you talk about baby animals and play some games. And then I have the baby animal math class.
Cute.
So.
Hi. I was just going to talk about her. She comes to my classes before I have classes so I can practice. She's so sweet. And last time she said, where's my friends? So just know the kids are there for her friends too, to make connections too. Hi, Esther.
That's the thing. The kids, they want to see other kids.
Teacher Stephanie said, Rebekah, your baby is adorable. I'm sure now she's going to say, and so is an Esther. So super fun. So if you have any questions for us about class funneling, I think we gave a few different examples, but ways to help you keep those kids coming back. Yeah, do you guys have anything else on class funnels? I think use that next class button, put something in there, and keep your ongoing classes going.
One thing that I keep hearing parents say a lot and not only here, but in some of the Facebook groups, like the Facebook Outschool Teachers Hub. No, Teachers Hub or teacher parents. I joined some Outschool Facebook groups just so I could get input from parents and hear what parents are saying and things that they're requesting, things they desire. And one of the things that I kept hearing parents say repeatedly was that how important it was to have kids opportunities, times to talk so that they can talk. And so I'd love to say that a lot of my other classes are well attended, but my most popular class that I never expected to be popular is Julie's Fun and Awesome Homeroom. And I have one for 10 and 14. I just had a request for 14 to 18 where kids come and talk. And I bring up subjects that they come with questions too. So it's kind of an advanced show and tell conversation class. Once again, I think it's so important to, if you want funneling ideas, go to the pre-K and the kindergarten and the primary teachers. They are rock stars at this. And so that's where I get a lot of my best ideas is from all of them.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, Stephanie said, she said her comment earlier when the baby was on the screen. Yeah, I read her comment late, but we knew what you meant, Stephanie. She said, yes, both kids are adorable. When I sent that comment, only the baby was on screen. Oh. We know there's a delay here, so we know. Awesome. Rebekah, you have anything else? I know you have to get going soon too.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing that I've said multiple times before, but teachers don't realize this. When you make a brand new class and you submit it for approval, 24 hours later, the parents get the email saying, Rebekah has listed a new class, go check it out. If you don't have any times available at that point, they're not going to sign up. They're not going to remember. So during those 24 hours, go make at least 2 sections.
That's a good point.
You can get some immediate bookings from your followers. That funnels them in. It makes your class popular. Often you have a sold out class and you gain that traction.
Right. Good point.
So that time, as soon as it's published, go. Add times. Even before it's published, add times so it's ready to go.
Great. Very good. Good advice.
Rebekah, are you talking about adding classes as soon as you get it accepted, different sections, or? Okay, that's what I thought you meant. I just wanted to make sure.
Yesterday, I wrote a class. I submitted it, and 10 minutes later, I got an email back saying it's been published. Yes. Now, today, I'm still waiting for that parent email saying that it's good to go. It's available, but no one knows about it yet. But once that email hits the parents, they're going to look for some spots. So I have a little bit of a buffer, but if you wait weeks to open a spot up.
Right.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I knew what you meant. Absolutely start filling those sections in as soon as you get it accepted.
Section on there so that when you have the parents get their email, which is usually about 24 hours, give or take, after you get the acceptance letter from Outschool saying it's approved, you'd better have some times on there or you're going to lose out on a lot of funnels. Right.
Because it hits them right away and they either do it now or they forget about it. It gets buried in their email. Yeah.
I got to keep on top of them or I will forget.
Right.
Rebekah, do you know? Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, Rebekah has a good point of view because she has the parents. So she follows herself too. That's how she knows within 24 hours she's going to get an email from her own classes because her daughter has taken her class. So she's there as a parent also. So.
Rebekah, do you know if once you add other sections, there's not an update email, is there?
Nope.
Just the first time. Wow, that's great advice.
The only time you get an email is if you request a time, like you're not available. Say I want to take your class, Julie, and you're not available. So I say request a time. I'm available these days a week, these times. If you make a class that hits those times, I will get an email then. But only if I request it. Otherwise, that's it.
So maybe you answered this. Teacher Stephanie said, do parents get a new email when just a new section or time is open? So if you've already had the class going, but you open up a new section, no. Okay. Good to know.
Don't lose it.
What's that?
Okay, it's a one-time shot.
Yeah. Use it or lose it. Gotcha. Very
Rebekah, I
good.
have a question. Do you use any like when you do your class, do you use technology like Google Slides or anything like that?
Some of them I use PowerPoint. Some I just hook my camera up, my external camera as a document camera. So it's just me. I've learned to simplify, and I can't talk. I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah,
do
you
this.
can. Go ahead. Because what you're getting ready to say is really important.
Okay, quiet, please. I was noticing in some of my classes, I was using way too many of my own slides, creating these slides experiments over and over and over and over again. So one day during class, I took multiple screenshots every single stage. I took the screenshots and made it into a PowerPoint. So from now on, those few classes that can do it that way, I just reuse the PowerPoint and walk away through it while they do it. Now, some of them, I need to do it with them because then you see it in action, and I'll use the price for that one. But I'm trying to cut back on my expenses and not use like a box of baking soda every day kind of thing.
Yeah.
For my
Great idea.
So I figure which ones I can, do PowerPoint, which ones I can do this. And then my math games I share screen with like Microsoft Word, and we play the game on the game board on the screen.
Yeah.
And so I give them the worksheet as well. They can play along with us, but I'm doing more on screen versus a second camera sometimes. So a little bit more techie, but not like extravagant techie.
Yeah.
Mostly just share screen and external camera.
And Rebekah has a video on how to use a document camera too. I do too. We have two different ways of using our iPhones as document cameras. Both work, but I think your view comes out bigger. So my view comes out smaller.
Right. So one way is to hook the camera as a second participant, and you can spotlight that participant and keep yourself in there. Yeah. Another way is to switch back and forth between your two cameras. I have an internal and I have an external camera. So now I put my external camera on my stand right here, so it's hard to see, but I put
that's what I have.
and it's pointing down, so they can flip back and forth between external and internal, so they can see me and see that. And I'm also using many cams, so I can see myself at a little screen, and you can see the camera going down. So simple mini cam things where you have two cameras. Right. And I have a video on that too.
Well, the other option too is you can just sign up as another person on the Zoom.
Yeah, participate.
And that, which I did once, and then I just put myself in the waiting room when I wasn't using the camera, because to me it was distracting. So I just put that one in the waiting room, and then when I needed it, I pulled it out of the waiting room.
Oh, neat.
So I thought it was pretty good. I thought of it all myself.
That's a great idea.
I liked it better because you had the bigger screen rather than Manicam. You're on this tiny screen; they can't really see you much.
Right.
So, but I also have another way. Like if you guys want to know how to use an iPad, you can hook your iPad up this way to Manicam. And then you can also make myself. I think this is way easier than screen. So I can see myself like this. I can even move myself around.
Is that the third layer on Manicam?
It's you make presets, and so I have like different presets. One's for the iPad to be small, one's for the iPad to be big. And then I also have one where I don't use the iPad at all. So I think it's much easier than I was using Cam Twist. I have some videos about that. But once I figured this out, like I'm going to do my classes, putting my slides on my iPad. And either I can sign in on my iPad as a separate person, and then I have the touch screen right here, rather than trying to capture a part on my screen, which I think works fine, but you have to do all these layer things. So to me, it's easier to use the iPad and use the touch screen and that. And you can even use it like as a whiteboard. So yeah, I'll be sharing more about that on my channel as far as I just think that a lot of people have iPads. I'm not trying to sell iPads. A lot of times people have them and they don't know all the things that you could do with it, you know?
Right. Yeah, so why don't you tell everyone where they can find you, your iPad group and your videos and things.
So I should make an Outschool iPad group, shouldn't I?
There you go.
But, I have a VIP Kid iPad users group because on VIP Kid you can teach with the iPad. Now I believe Outschool, has anybody taught with their iPad for Outschool? Is that possible?
I have not. And I was dying to ask the question, so I'm glad you
think
asked.
you can actually. You just won't be able to do all the extra share, as many techie things. But if you were in a pinch and your computer wasn't working, you can just sign into Outschool on your iPad and just teach from that.
If you use Zoom on it, you can teach on it. It's just you can't see all the kids at once. You can see maybe 4 people that include yourself, but that's all you can see.
So I don't think it's as good as using a computer, but if you're in a pinch, it would work. But then I also have my YouTube channel, which I share. I work for VIP Kid, Go Kid, do iPad user stuff and Outschool stuff. So that's Norman Cindy 13.
Right. And I think everyone has a link below, whether it's for Outschool or YouTube or something. Everyone has at least one link down below. Again, Julie, where can we find you?
Find me where? On Outschool. Okay.
Where do you put the most information out? Where would you like people to be funneled to?
Well, if you're in China, you will find me on VIP Kid. If you're looking for Outschool classes for ages 6 through 18, I am on VIP Kid, on Outschool. And if you're looking for my website, you can find me at www.drjulieconnor, CONNOR, not EROR.com. I used to have students that called me, my 3rd graders used to call me Dr. Connor with an O. And not an E. Dr. Connor with an O. Connor with an O. So
I've watched her TED Talks. You can go on there, TED Talks, and see her chats on there as well. Super interesting. She's got a book out. We're gonna have to talk more about that too at some point. But Rebekah, I know you need to go. You want to let everyone know where we can find you? And thank you so much for coming. Guys, she comes out here to give information to all of you parents and teachers while she's trying to get her baby ready for bed so she can teach. So thanks, Rebekah.
Rebekah, on YouTube under Rebekah F Online Teaching. I teach with Bling ABC, VIP Kid, Outschool, kind of like all over the place. And I wrangle 2 young kids all the time.
She is a very hard worker.
Rebekah, what kind of room are you in? It looks like what kind of room are you in?
It's a wet bar. And there's the little bar area, and this is my office. I just live right here in this teeny tiny.
Well, it looks small. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, teachers are so creative.
Wide.
She has a classroom tour on her YouTube channel too, I think, right?
Oh, I'm going there after this. I'm so going there.
Yeah, it's like I have to, my desk is like a hospital desk. So wheels out, wheels in, and I can raise up and lower. So that's that. So I have to go minimalist. I can only have props under my laptop and that's it because I got nowhere to put them.
Super cool. We're so resourceful, us teachers.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I hope everyone in the chat, I don't have the chat open right now. I don't know how I lost that. Oh, here's the chat. Ooh, I missed a bunch. Sorry, guys. These were not even up here. So let's see. Rebekah, do you have a video on the camera angles? If so, what is your YouTube channel? So Rebekah F Online Teaching, right, Rebekah?
Yeah. I'm on my phone right now, so I can't link it in right now. So just look at Rebekah F Online Teaching and scroll through, you can find it.
Okay, I can easily add that if it's not already added to the description box.
Okay, cool.
James, does Cindy have a video on how to hook the iPad to ManyCam?
I just made one, James.
Oh,
Does he have a MacBook Pro? I can't remember.
does he have a MacBook Pro?
Do you have a Mac?
Oh, and while we're waiting for him to answer, Teacher Victoria said, Cindy, what is your YouTube?
It's just youtube.com/Cindy Bennett 13. But if It's Cindy Bennett.
Okay. I wasn't getting any of these messages. Like everything popped up at once. I don't know if you all messaged at once
So
or
back to James. If he doesn't have, if he has a Mac, I have a video on that I just put up there.
okay.
If he doesn't, I know there is a way to do it. I talked to Amanda Panda. You have to have another program goes through your computer. I heard Duet. There's a couple other ones. You put it on your computer and then you stream your iPad into Manicam, and you basically do it the same way. You make a preset and then you choose that camera. So there is a way to do it. My video shows MacBook with the iPad, but there is a way to do it with other types of computers as well.
Okay, great. So if you have a MacBook Pro or MacBook, go check out Cindy's. And if you don't have a MacBook, Amanda Panda has some great videos on her channel. Let's see. Hello, I have not figured out how to share documents from my iPad, like a slideshow. I made Google
James?
Slides.
Is that James?
No, this is Jerry. I made a Google slide and shared my screen.
You can do that, or like if you have your iPad like this, I can share anything I want. So if I have, like, say I want to share, like right now, what I did was I took a picture of something. Okay, I don't want to get anything bad on here. I don't think I have anything bad, but
I can't imagine you.
Embarrassing. I think that's
Right.
the word I'm looking for.
Right.
But like, this is my cat in the Christmas tree. So, but you could take a screenshot of anything. So like, say you wrote a letter, say you're teaching letter writing. You could just take a picture of the letter and you could do that. Or you could even go to your drive, you could go to your Google Drive and you could pick up, like I was doing, write a letter to an elderly person, and I had a letter and they had to fill in the blanks. So you could have it on your screen to fill in the blanks, and then they could have the printout and you can show that through your Google Slides.
Right.
Even with Manicam, I was watching Amanda Panda's thing. You could take a picture through your Manicam, put the picture on there, and you can actually color it. That was a new idea for me. So you could put the picture right up on your screen, and you could use the Manicam writing tool to color on your screen. I'm gonna try that.
Sorry, Jerry, I misunderstood. She teaches baking with it. She said, no, I share every day. I mean on the iPad only. So if you're teaching on the iPad and you want to share.
You might have to do
tried.
like a double screen, or like I said, do two devices, like a sign in on your phone and on your iPad into the Zoom thing. But as far as like pressing share your screen in Zoom, I don't think that's possible.
Right.
But you could open two screens, but then you'd have a small screen with yourself and a small screen. I can't remember how to do it, but I know my daughter does it all the time.
She said, I have to share all the time since I teach art. Gotcha. James has a PC. Stephanie says you can annotate on an iPad, but other than that, it works. You can't annotate on an iPad.
The other thing is with James, as far as the PC, the trick is you have to hook up with the wire. It's not like wireless from like even with my laptop, I have to hook up hardwire. I have to plug in to my computer, to my iPad. You know what I'm saying? Or you have to do two separate sign-ins with Zoom.
Right. James said, sorry, have to go to bed now. It's late here and I get up in 5 hours. James, thank you so much for joining us and always coming and hanging out with us. We were talking about you at the beginning, saying we need to get him on here, but Outschool collaboration, you can't do Outschool. But
does he have kids? Doesn't he have kids?
He does. Yep. And he's got all kinds of things going on. He's been on our VIP kid ones, but he can't do the collaborations because of the time. But
right, but
welcome anytime in the morning.
His kids could do Outschool, right? So that could be a parent.
I don't know. You stumped me there. I didn't think about that. Oh, Julie, I love it.
There you go. Wow.
I am all I'm doing is playing. I hear you talk about tools.
Right?
I have so to learn. I am so glad I'm on this call because I'm just playing away with the toys.
That's kind of the way Amanda Panda's Manicamp Kindergarten is going. She like does things and then you go and do it while you're on the Zoom in her class. It's great.
Yeah, I'm doing a self-study one, so I'm like,
oh, are you?
Yeah.
Jerry said, true, that may work. The share options are weird on an iPad. Gotcha. Well, thank you guys so much. We got a little bit more out of it than I expected for, class funneling to all of these tips, tricks, and tools. So I love
Did
it.
you share your information?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't
Please.
think so, but I'm Kasey Oswald. You're on my channel, and I teach for Outschool and VIP Kid.
Yeah,
and
I need to know more about that groove funnel thing. I don't really understand.
Guys, I am so excited for this groove journey that I'm on. That's kind of what I want to talk to Julie about. It is for entrepreneurs of all kinds, whether you are building a business or selling a product or want affiliate marketing, which is kind of where I'm leaning towards. It's a huge suite of apps. So you can do videos, you can do podcasts, you can make email funnels, you can build courses and websites, and there's a free lifetime. So you can sign up for their free lifetime thing right now. In a couple of months, it's all going to be paid as far as we understand, or maybe this month. We don't know because it's still in beta testing.
I don't know what you mean by free. Like it doesn't come.
Yeah, so with the free lifetime account that's going on right now, sorry, I had a squirrel moment of like, wait, use my link. But
I
will. Thanks.
Send it to me with your link and I'll use it.
Thank you. So there is a free lifetime program where it's great. I mean, there's so much to it that you can do with it. But the cons are you only get like 3 free websites or 3 of things rather than unlimited. But to start off with the free program and being able to build your email funnel and everything, I mean, it blew my mind. I signed up for the lifetime upgrade within a week, maybe even a couple of days, because for me, it was just what I was looking for. And like I said, it's for entrepreneurs.
What's your goal for that?
My goal is to make 6 figures.
What?
Doing Groove. I like affiliate marketing. So I like to market other people's products. So whether it is Groove, I think Groove has such a good affiliate program. It's 40%. So if somebody upgrades, I get their 40%. For me, that is a huge thing. But also anything I have, I can make a little store there and be an affiliate marketer for them. I can put my Amazon stuff in there. I'm an affiliate with Canva. I'm an affiliate with.
How do people get to it? How people get to your website and stuff like that?
Yeah, I will put it in the description box. Thanks, Cindy. I'll put it in the description box for anybody that wants more information on that. I do have a new channel.
I just made a website and I tried to do Flow Desk. So I'm collecting some emails, but now my free subscription is over.
Gotcha.
So I need to figure out what I'm doing. Like, I don't really understand everything. So I'm looking at what's for free until you understand what you're doing.
Yeah. And what's good about this is a lot of the lead magnets and things you build are all drag and drop. The website is drag and drop. With templates, and you can import a lot of email lists into this, so you don't have to start with nothing. So that has been really good. I did make a new YouTube channel. I don't know. Whew.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's called Entrepreneur Life with Kasey Oswald. If you just type in Entrepreneur Life, you're gonna get a lot of other people and entrepreneurs that are a lot bigger than my channel. So you have to use my name to get to my channel. Right now, we only have 2 videos, but Tamara and I have, we have a weekly schedule of how we're going to get out videos to everybody. And we have a Facebook group for beginners. So we're really starting to try to work our new entrepreneur journey. So yeah, thanks for asking.
I'm interested. I watched your video with Tamara, but I don't really understand everything that is going on. So
yeah, there is so much that I could explain one thing at a time and it would take hours. Like just the email funnels alone I've been reading up and researching. And then I think last week we talked about affiliate marketing, and then this week we're going to do funnels. So we have to like pick a topic a week, and we probably have a year's worth of topics.
Yeah. So I'm doing emails. I'm collecting emails, but they're all from my iPad users group.
Okay.
And so I'm sort of thinking of doing maybe sort of like what Amanda Panda's doing for Manicam, do that for like the iPad type of thing.
Yeah, you can build that all in Groove membership.
But I don't want to do, I don't want to pay $1 million for like Kajabi, because I
hear you.
There yet.
Well, that's kind of the people that worked on like ClickFunnels and Google. They are all the experts. They all came together to build this big suite of apps. So they know what they're doing. And it's so, Kajabi and a lot of those, you pay monthly or yearly, and it just adds up. Groove right now is the free lifetime, or the upgraded is also lifetime right now. So you pay one price and you have all of the apps. So for me, I just found that was worth it. I know a lot of people are worried that it's in beta, but I'm telling you, the bugs, I haven't found, knock on wood, I haven't found bugs and things, but if you do, you just message them and they work through them.
All right, well, just keep that in mind. I'm watching, trying to figure it out, what the world you're up to.
Let me know how I can help.
Probably pretty good. What does she know that I don't know? I got to figure this out.
I know, there's so much to Groove. My brain is like, oh.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for
Nancy Taylor's course.
What's that?
I'm still in Nancy Taylor's course, and I'm still trying to get to my 1,000 subscribers. So
right, so we'll have to get you there.
On that.
We'll get you there. We'll get you
All
there.
Right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. If you stayed this long, you rock. We appreciate you. And don't forget to go to Cindy Bennett's YouTube channel and subscribe. See you later.